were shooting on location. We were shooting in the in the wilderness, and you gotta be ready for everything. We were there was this very beautiful scene with a kid, with a indigenous kid and indigenous family, and in the jungle of Thailand, where we had the luck and the privilege to shoot, and we were in this little forest cabin, this little hut, and then suddenly we start to listen to this very weird sound. I mean, something that I've never heard before. I mean, none of us had heard that before, and it happened to be a rock slide. I mean, it was like a rock tree branch slide, and it almost killed us. I mean, basically, I mean, we saw all the Thai crew screaming, of course, in Thai. We couldn't understand what they were saying, but we understood the urgency of getting out of that hut. So we grabbed the kid and his mother and the cinematographer and the director, and we jumped out of the hut, and it was crushed by the rock slide. The whole shoot in the jungle was really fun, and it was really adventurous. We had many moments. I mean, Matthew and I, there were moments we had to stay in our trailers in the jungle just to make the hours and just to get also into our characters. So I remember, having a glass of wine, just talking to Matthew in the middle of the jungle at night with all the sounds of the jungle. It was really cool. It was one of those movies. It felt like we were doing a movie in the 70s. This is how I think movies were done. The golden era of American cinema in the 70s. It felt like that. It felt like all those, old classic Hollywood films. And I feel very privileged. We had amazing moments. I mean, I remember. Of course, there's one memorable one that is in the trailer when we're certain that we found the gold mine, and then. And Matthew's coming, he's waking up from this fever dream, and then he hugged me, and he's all fat and all sweaty and wearing those horrible, white underwears. I mean, that was kind of like a memorable moment, to hold Matthew McConaughey weighing probably 3 times more than what he normally weighs. That was really fun. I mean, there was a great chemistry between us, and it was a very, very fun shoot. It was challenging, but it was very fun.